The Europa League is having a mid-off, the Conference League GOAT is outperforming Vinny Jr., and is this club set to become Wrexham 2.0 following David Beckham's takeover? This is DMAC Daily. The Europa League final is locked in. Two of the Premier League's biggest losers are now one game away from Champions League football, which is kind of hilarious considering just how disastrous their respective seasons have been. Focusing on United, and despite a poor start, they eventually took full control of this tie against a depleted Bilbao side. Mason Mount with both his best Federico Macheda impression followed by a Beckham-esque strike. Is this perhaps the start of a redemption arc? Meanwhile, Spurs made relatively light work of Bodo Glimt. Fair play to the Arctic underdogs though. They had an incredible run into the semis, but the financial discrepancy between these two were too great to overcome. So in a few weeks' time, we'll have confirmation of whether this has been Spurs' worst or most successful season in 17 years. You might want to spare a moment for the Arsenal fan base having to witness all the other Big Six clubs reach a final this season and having to give Liverpool a guard of honor shortly. Check in with your Arsenal mates. Moving to the Conference League and deja vu. Antony single-handedly carried Real Betis to the final. A ridiculous free kick first and then a brilliant assist in extra time. In 2025, he has now scored more goals and provided more assists than Vinny Jr. has in less games. And even crazier, if Betis and United go on to win their respective finals, Antony will become the first ever double European champion in the same season. It won't be an easy task considering his opposition though, who have practically steamrolled their way through to the final. To be honest, anything less than silverware would be an embarrassment for Chelsea. I mean, just look at the difference in squad evaluation between the Blues and all the other teams. That being said, mad props to Reggie Walsh, 16 years, 200 days old, the youngest ever starter for Chelsea in a European game. Meanwhile, David Beckham and Gary Neville have completed the purchase of EFL League 2's Salford City, overtaking the previous class of 92 shareholders who relinquished their stakes at the club. Remember, following Salford's initial acquisition back in 2014, this club flew up the football period with 4 promotions in 5 years. But ever since reaching EFL League 2 in 2018, they have remained in this division. Beckham has since publicly spoken of his long-term goals for Salford to reach the Championship and eventually the Premier League. But it'll be a tall order. Their fan base isn't huge, averaging less than 3,000 fans per match day. I don't think it has Wrexham potential, but I guess only time will tell. And finally, if there's any game you gotta tune into this weekend, it's Liga Portugal's Lisbon derby on match day 33. Both level on points, Sporting have a slightly superior goal difference, but Benfica with a better head-to-head record. Incredible scenes on the horizon. Anyways, that's all for DMAC Daily. See you next week.